Okay, hey guys, it's Adrian, and I have another Otome video for you. So, uh, if you are watching my channel videos, and if you are, I do appreciate it. Uh, I am making my way through 9 RIP, which is the latest Otome game from Idea Factory that has been released in English. Yay, English! I don't know Japanese. Yay, English. I can play the pretty Otome games and the pretty pictures. Uh, so, 9 RIP, 9 guys. So, I'm playing 9 RIP and going through to do review videos of the routes and do an overall review video because I got a key through Key Mailer from Idea Factory. So, thank you to both of those companies for the key. I very much do appreciate it. I very much do like my Otome games, and whenever I get a key for a Otome game, it makes me very, very happy on the inside. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy. So, I have now finished my third guy in this game. So I'm 1/3 of the way there. And like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna finish this game before the end of October. I'm gonna try really hard. Okay, so the guy that I romanced this time was Sena. Sena is a ghost. In this game, you are romancing ghosts. So Sena is a ghost. Sena was also a pop idol when he was alive and unfortunately died fairly young. Died while he was still really, really hot though. So he is a sexy, sexy ghost man. So this is also Sena's route has a common route that is shared with Koyo. And it's called, the common route is called like the Urban Legends route. So the previous guys I'd play was Kureha and Hibiki, and they had the school story common route. So this is the second common route. It's extremely different than the other one. So 9 RIP has 9 guys. It has 4 common routes. Pretty much all of them have 2, and then like one of them has 3 to get to 9 because math. So I did really enjoy the common route for the Urban Legends. I think I actually enjoyed it more than I liked the ghost story common route, the school ghost story common route. And to be honest, the main factor of that is Koyo and Sena were friends before they died. So you get to see them interact a lot and be best friends and just generally see um, how much friends the characters are, how much they care about each other and interact with each other. I really, really enjoyed that. Now, on the flip side, there is no spookiness in this round. I haven't done Koyo's yet. I'm gonna hopefully start that later and finish it. But there's no spookiness. To be real honest, if you thought 9 RIP was a spooky game and you went into this kind of like me, thinking it was a spooky game, you'll be disappointed. This game is not spooky. I mean, it has ghosts and it kind of has Japanese folklore. And the school ghost story route had like a couple moments that are spooky, but this is not like you're playing the Quarry or what's one the Phasmophobia. I'm like, I don't play spooky games really, guys. I don't know what the popular ones are, so I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. I don't play them. I watch spooky movies. So if you're expecting a spooky thing like Phasmophobia, 9 RIP is not that. There are some visual novels that have a lot more spook to them that I have not played yet, but I would like to. So if you're expecting that, I'm sorry. So if you're like, hey, I don't like spooky things anyway, I don't care. I'm just here for the hot guys. Like me, I was like, hot guys, it's spooky. I'll put up with spooky for hot guys. So it's kind of like kind of happy. It's not super duper spooky. I'm okay with this. But like of a rating of like spookiness, to be fair, Kureha's route, maybe like realistically like a 3. Cena's route is a 0. There's no spookiness in it, none at all. And but it's pretty darn romantic. It also kind of is a little bit on the tragic side. There's nothing really triggering about the route. Like there is some stuff that comes up in Hibiki's route that's a little triggering, which I probably should have mentioned in that video, but I didn't. Sorry. Um, there's nothing, there's no suicide or any bad themes going on with Cena's route. And, going into the route, they're ghosts, right? Okay, you know they're dead. He died of an illness. And you know that pretty early on because even when I played the common route before it splits into four different common routes, that's confusing. I guess maybe more like a prologue, kind of like the prologue, kind of talks about Sena being an idol that died, right? Um, so his story is a little tragic because he is an idol that died very very young. Didn't really get to I mean, anytime anyone dies young, it's pretty damn tragic, right? So tragic in that aspect, but it's also not like he got murdered. So it's not quite that tragic. It's a different kind of tragic. Um, and also there's elements you see pretty early on in the route where it's like Cena's acting a little weird. He doesn't act like the other ghosts. He doesn't quite realize that he's dead for a good chunk of the route. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I kind of assumed everyone knew. So I did like seeing that aspect of the story play out. So, and then also because it brings its own aspect of tragicness to the story, which if you play, you'll see. For me, it kind of tugged at my heartstrings a little bit, especially because he's kind of a little bit of a romantic. I feel like there's a little more romance in this route than I feel like there was in Kureha and Hibiki's route. He's also not crazy. He's not crazy like Hibiki. That helps too. And he's pretty bubbly. He's pretty bubbly. He's very friendly. He's very nice and caring. You definitely get to see some of that is a little bit of an idol facade, and he kind of lets you see a little bit more. You hopefully you'll notice those moments when you play through. So I did kind of getting to see behind the idol mask and enjoy as the idol mask comes off. But while an aspect of it is the idol mask, he's also just generally he's a pretty good person. So he's not one of those snobby, rich, famous people that you then find out is actually a terrible person. He's actually genuinely a good person. I kind of like that. There's too many people that are rich and famous and are like, oh, I'm a good person, and it comes out they're a bad person. I don't need that in my game. It happens all the time in real life. Um, and he's just so darn sweet. He's just so sweet. Um, so you have the prologue, the common route of the urban legends, which is a lot of him and Koyo. You do get to see some of the other ghosts, which is kind of nice. I feel like you got to see more side characters in this common route than you did in the school ghost stories common route. So I did appreciate that. And oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. So the whole theme is you're spirited away and you're in the spirit world. Well, this route's kind of different than the first one because you die. And there's more to that story, right? And I don't want to give spoilers, but you start out in this route of oh, I just got hit by Truck Kun, except for Truck Kun did not isekai me into another fantasy land. He isekai'd me into death and a ghost. So Truck Kun did not do his job correctly, unfortunately for you in this game. So you are dead. So for me, that kind of brought a little bit more hope to the route. There are some things that happen that's oh. But I don't want to spoil it too much. I did think some of the stuff was kind of predictable of how it turned out. There weren't too many things that terribly surprised me in the route, but that's fine because I liked the writing, the art's good. I love this artist. I really am playing this game mainly because I love Cupid Parasite. It's my favorite game, and now I want to play every game that this artist does because I absolutely love the art. So after 9 rep, I really gotta go play Cafe Enchante, and I want to get Hanakari. I know the Hanakari doesn't have super great translations, and I'll put up with it. It'll be fine. So yeah, I really liked Sena, and I think I'm really gonna like Koyo's route too, just because I absolutely adored him in the common route. So these two, looking at their designs, I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I was like, Kureha, yeah, his design looks awesome. And now, based off the story I've played through, I do like Sena and Koyo both more than Kureha. But we'll see. Maybe my opinions of some of the other guys that are coming up after this are going to change too. I don't know. So how this does kind of tie up is, and I think I've been saying the wrong number in other videos. So you have two good, quote unquote, good endings. You have a heavenly ending and a godly ending. And kind of bittersweet. I mean, I understand why I don't call them good endings. And when you start getting to these endings of this game, you'll kind of understand. Some of them are kind of good, maybe like have a little bittersweet elements to them. And which, you know, should be expected. We're romance and ghost. And then you have two bad ends in this route. And trying to think of the bad ends actually. One was like one really kind of surprised me. I was like, oh, I was not expecting it. And the other one, I was like, okay, yeah, I was kind of expecting that one. So, not too graphic or anything. Basically, more or less, like, you know, you kind of die in this game. Like, it is kind of nice because I haven't finished it yet, right? So I hope I am not gonna, you know, regret my words later. But you know, there's no so far. There's no like rapey endings. I don't remember what this game is rated. I don't think it's rated as high as Olympiasaure. I don't remember what that one is rated either. But some of the bad endings were kind of rapey. Nothing like that so far, and I don't think it's gonna be anything like that. I think this is basically the bad ends are more or less kind of be like, you know, like amnesia level endings, which is pretty much just like you die or you don't end up with the guy. And it's kind of I have mixed feelings because like I actually kind of really enjoyed the fact that in Cupid Parasite the bad endings were not always necessarily that you died, and they were kind of just like you and the guy didn't end up together for whatever reason. So the bad endings don't have a ton of variety. It's so far it's mostly you die. That's mostly it. So I'm doing the bad endings for like completion. I assume there's kind of gonna be some kind of like see all the text things at the end or something. So I'm not a huge fan of bad ends in general. I'm like, but it is a ghost story, right? Okay, so the bad ends and you die and do kind of make sense, you know. It is what it is. So yeah. That's pretty much it for this video of me babbling and talking about how much I enjoyed Sena. I'm going on to Koyo next. I'm excited for his route. And then it will be on to the next guy who I don't know who comes after Koyo. I haven't looked that far. So that's it for this video. If you are watching my videos and listen to me ramble about husbandos, I do appreciate it. And thank you very much. Super sweet of you. Anyway, if you could give the video a like and a subscribe, I'd super appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And bye-bye.